Cabaret is enjoying a resurgence in New York City after a year that saw one of its iconic clubs close their doors forever. The Algonquin's Oak Room was the musical home for legendary cabaret singer Andrea Marcovicci.
For me, after 25 years of being in residence, it was like losing a home. I was devastated. It's not only a personal loss, but it's a cultural loss, because a historic room of that beauty to lose is a piece of New York's heart gone.
Cabaret had its birth in Paris in 1881 at Le Chanois. In its infancy, a cabaret was a place where intellectuals and poets shared their work with other people in a social setting. By the 20th century, the idea had spread beyond Paris, and cabaret evolved into a style of performance characterized by an intimate nightclub setting featuring a variety of entertainers.
There was a time in cabaret in New York when you couldn't swing a cat without hitting some cabaret room. I mean, there was one in the Pierre, there was one in the St. Regis, there was one in the Plaza, there was all up and down 55th Street. They were everywhere.
There used to be circuits where every hotel had a cabaret, and somebody would be able to tour. And in the late 50s, early 60s, there were more revue-style cabarets where 4 people would be on a show in every night. And then it became satirical with skits and comedy mixed in with the singing. And we had so many, Bonsoir and the Rubin Bleu and Upstairs at the Downstairs.
But its popularity declined for a number of reasons.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, live from the Las Vegas Desert Inn and Stardust, the Ed Sullivan Show.
Television actually hurt cabaret in the early 60s. At a time that most of the cabaret artists were seen in cabarets, and you would go out all night long to go from club to club to club, suddenly they're on the Ed Sullivan Show. And so many of these performers are now on TV. And TV itself made people stay home. It was a new phenomenon. Let's stay home and watch television. Very different. It's kind of what I feel about let's stay home and see what my Facebook is giving me today.
Café Carlyle is the last of the remaining original cabaret clubs in New York City. But there is a resurgence of sorts with new venues like 54 Below.
54 Below has become a hub. You know, unlike the other rooms, we're not limited to any one audience. We have a young audience, we have an old audience, so we're able to get a lot of different and diverse people through the doors.
I think it provides an ability for artists and audience to interact in a really intimate and personal way that is essential to, to the progression of the art form.
It never dies. Every time they say it's dying, it's not dying, because it never does. I've been here for 27 years. That's my career for 27 years. Michael Feinstein, longer. Barbara Cook, longer. I mean, there's so many of us that have thrived in this industry. It's a question, it just moves.
After so many years of success, why do you keep doing it?
The real reason I keep doing it is because of the way people come up to me after the shows. I'm part of their life, and they've been seeing me for 25 years. And that's not somebody on a record. That's not somebody that they paid their money to see. That is something far beyond it. It's something magical.
For Arts in the City, I'm Tinabeth Pena.